Hey guys, this is Peter. I'm excited to show you this hike. It's called the Bridge to Nowhere in Los Angeles County. And here are my 5 tips to enjoy the day. And I'm going to save my best tip for the end. My free time hiking all over the West Coast, and I'm always looking for the next cool, unique adventure outdoors. So if you're interested in tagging along, hit that subscribe button so you can see more. Alright, the Bridge to Nowhere is one of the most popular hikes in Los Angeles County, and for good reason. It's a 10-mile round-trip hike that takes you to this abandoned bridge that was built in 1936. And it was leading to a road, but then there was a huge flood, the road washed away, so now the bridge just stands there all by itself. There are some important things to know before you go, so here are my 5 tips. Number 1, prepare to get wet. Most of the trail follows the San Gabriel River and crosses the river probably over a dozen times throughout the hike. It is possible to stay dry by jumping from rock to rock and walking over logs like your Simone Biles on a balance beam, but I did almost fall once, so it's probably better to bring a separate pair of shoes that can get wet, or just accept the fact that you'll be hiking with wet feet. Alright, tip number 2 is to wear appropriate hiking boots. Anytime a hike follows a riverbed like this one, you can be sure the trail will not be smooth. You will need to watch your step as you navigate the rocky path. Spraining your ankle on a hike like this would not be any fun, so make sure you have appropriate footwear. My next tip is to bring enough water. When people think about the dangers of hiking, they often talk about animal attacks or falling off a cliff, when the real danger is dehydration. In fact, there was a family that went hiking a few months ago in California and they all died due to heat and dehydration. Temperatures on this hike can reach over 100 degrees, so bringing enough water is crucial. For hot weather, the general rule is to bring 1 liter of water per hour of hiking. This hike should take around 6 hours. If the weather is cooler, then a half a liter of water per hour will do. If you run out of water, do not be afraid to ask another hiker for their water. I met a guy in Utah who did search and rescue, and he told me about people who had died from dehydration while hiking, despite passing other hikers not long before where they died, so don't be too shy to ask. Tip number 4 is to follow the river. There are many times during the hike when you might wonder if you're on the right trail. As a general rule, look for these little rock towers. Those are trail markers. But the good thing about this hike is it mostly follows the river, so even if you lose the trail, just follow the river. There was a point on this hike when I ended up off the trail on a cliff-like spot and had to slowly slide down the mountain on my butt, so keep an eye out for that. If it starts to look dangerous, just turn around and look for the better trail. Alright, I'm saving my best tip for the end. Don't do this hike alone like I did. It's always a good idea to go on a hike with someone just in case you're hurt or whatever, but I saw a couple things during this hike that made me wish I wasn't alone. Number 1, I'm not sure if you can camp out here, but there was some person who set up camp and it looked like they were living out there. Number 2, there were lots of signs saying fires were not allowed, but I saw 2 groups of people starting fires. Number 3, I met some very weird people by the bridge who made me wish I was not alone. I ended up hightailing it back to my car. If I ever do this hike again, I am definitely bringing someone with me. Alright, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.